Ed?
Sure. Hi. Yeah.
Hello.
So I have stories about my personal experience with overnight decrease in 80% of the pain that I had from Achilles tendonitis that I'd had for months, and my wife had kind of debilitating fatigue for a couple of years, and within hours that was changed. But I'll tell you, go back a step. That I first heard of the patches, I think, 3 years ago. And as an anesthesiologist, if you're good at your job, it's a very boring job. And so that gave me many, many years of sitting in the operating room studying about what I was curious about. And photobiomodulation was one of those things that I did a lot of reading about. And in my mind, when I first heard about these patches, I said, how can this stupid little sticker that you stick on your body do something? Because I'm expecting that you need lasers, big light panels, a lot of wattage, a lot of power. And so I blew it off. And 2.5 years later, a friend came to visit my wife and myself, and she'd been using the patches, and she gave some to us to try. And my wife used them and had a rapid response. And she said to me, "Come on, won't you stick this thing on?" And and I did, and I had a result. But my biggest hang up about it, well, let me take a step back. I am very willing to change my position when I am presented with better information. And I had a personal experience that was better information, so I knew that I had to change my position. But my biggest hang up about it, and the biggest hang up that most of the people that I deal with, is that it is a network marketing company. And I had to re-educate myself about that and get past my overeducated belief system on that one. And really, part of why this is sold through people like all of us here tonight who are evangelists of this is because it's so far outside of the current paradigm that this little tiny sticker that's basically a fancy mirror can use your body's energy to create miraculous results is an absolutely foreign concept. And the only way that it can be sold is by people telling their stories and by people talking to people that they trust. And so, frankly, in my practice, I have a very, very close relationship with my patients. And it took me about a month of thinking about this and realizing that I had something miraculous in my hands. And was I going to let my ego and my fear of other people's judgment prevent me from telling folks about something that I really thought could benefit them? And I realized that if I didn't tell it, I was being selfish and I wasn't doing the mission that I've been put here on this earth to do. So I had to swallow my pride and get brave and talk to people about it. And every single one of us that's here talking about that has had to get that braveness, because it's very hard to risk judgment. So this is kind of a quick just to say that everything you've heard is true. Just this patch supports your body to do things that by conventional and alternative standards just should not happen. And it doesn't happen that way with everybody. You absolutely have to be patient. Your body's wisdom is going to direct what it heals first, and that might be something internally like your heart or your kidneys or your liver that you aren't going to feel. You might want it to fix your back pain or your shoulder, but all in due time. But anybody who has the slightest curiosity about this or the slightest thought in their head as they're listening to this, maybe this would help me, maybe this would help somebody that I know. I just ask you to be brave and give it a try, and stick with it. The saddest day for any one of us is if somebody does this for 1 or 2 or 3 months and says, "Oh, it didn't work for me, so I'm going to stop," because we all know, I am convicted on this, that if you are patient with it, you are going to see results. So I'll keep it short. That's my message. Give it a try. Talk to whoever got you on here, and you're going to be pretty surprised, I think, with the results.